Mike Bailey, Stuart Reb Donald. Devoted to the complete gastronomic experience.
I want a big butter and egg man.
Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
I did this the other night, Stu. I did this. I judged at a competition.
You were being judgmental.
I was being very judgmental. I'm hard on my scores. I just don't give away scores. But,
yeah.
But
you can be bought. Y'all just keep that in mind. You put a cocktail on the side of your dish, you just got some points.
Not anyone
a lot of
offered me.
Yeah.
Not one person offered me that. Yeah. But anyway, had a great time. It was a great event. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Had a great band. And met some people I've only knew on Facebook, but we met in person. But anyway, there was so much people were telling me that's not only was going on then, but things that are coming up. So I said, you know who I need to get on the air and talk about this stuff? Danny Calimetti.
Well,
and
Steve, why don't you see if you can get in touch with Danny and see if he's got time to come on
magic.
This morning.
So,
ready to go.
Anyway, Danny, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, just so you guys know, I walked in from the beach. I took a day off, and I'm down here at Gulf Shores, and I walked in from the beach to make this phone call. So
you think
I'm committed to serving,
you took a day off?
Yeah, you got a 10-minute work day today, sir.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So anyway, cover everything that you can remember for Friday night, then and then things that are coming up.
So the exciting thing about Friday night is it was kind of an invitation dish competition. We didn't do a call out to everybody, and I ended up with 5 teams. And the geographic spread, we had a Louisiana team in here, we had Orange Beach, we had Fairhope, we had Irvington, and we had this little team from Dauphin Island that were in there. So we had a good representation of folks, and they had 2 challenges to provide. One of them was a World Food Championship competition dish in seafood, and that's a dish is more of a composed dish. It's the full boat. But we also did a People's Choice competition, and what we did differently on People's Choice is wasn't a popularity contest. I set it up where it was a blind judging. The teams had to turn in their samples ahead of time, and we served it from the community kitchen there on Dauphin Island to the folks, and everybody had a ballot that they had to vote from. So it was a real blind competition tasting. And some of the dishes, the guy from Louisiana, Wayne Cooper, turned in a barbecue shrimp over crab cakes with a cream sauce, with an alligator cream sauce on top of it. That was delicious. We had a couple of seafood. We had a Gulf Coast seafood in the competition dish that they also entered into their People's Choice dish. Our friends from the Orange Beach Grill Sergeants, the Orange Beach Police Department, they turned in a Mardi Gras egg roll. It was an egg roll that was just stuffed full of shrimp and crab meat, and it was just delicious. And then we had this one last team that turned in, like Mike said, this Queen Snapper. Before I talk about that, we had 1010 Rock and Roll Food Truck out of Fairhope. They turned in firecracker shrimp tacos, 2 different kind of tacos they just went over the top delicious.
They were phenomenal.
Everybody cleaned their plates with that one. And I'll tell you, those folks got second in the World Food Championship competition. This is one of their first competitions, so they were pretty excited about it.
Excellent.
But the winner with the Queen Snapper was actually a previous winner, and his boss is a previous WFC competitor. It's this chef called Charles Switzer from Pirates Bar and Grill. It was a phenomenal dish, and Charles was a late entry. He was trying to work some things out, and he was really nervous about it. But as Mike said, the dish was absolutely fabulous. And I wish I had my description of the dish with me. I'll get that stuff posted online. But it was just a fabulous dish. It was well done and well received, obviously. Mike, you got anything to add about the Queen Snapper?
Well, other than they were like thick steaks, and they had potatoes that looked like scallops. I thought at first, oh wow, we got.
Oh yeah,
scallops.
I saw that dish. And one of them was like a purple Peruvian.
I had a purple one. I got
those are scalloped potatoes.
Yeah, They were delicious, and the presentation was nice. They plated it real well, and so did 1010 Rock and Roll. Food truck. Their presentation was great. It was some really good presentation. The gumbo that was presented, great presentation, and they had a lot of big crab legs in it and stuff. But those two.
It was interesting. So I'll go ahead and tip the hand. That one didn't win in the WFC, but their People's Choice entry got second place. So they didn't. Yeah. So, but same dish, just served up a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I did have a piece of the Queen Snapper, and I managed to taste most of the dishes. At least get a taste of them. They were just some delicious stuff. And our competitors, I mean, it was a drizzly rain the whole time, so they were dealing, trying to deal with that and still turn in. Now on the People's Choice side, like there was something interesting. We had a seafood chili, and I didn't get a chance to taste that, but it seemed to go over really well. They also they had a Gulf shrimp and sausage gumbo. Our grill sergeant's team went full bore. They did a surf and turf with steak and shrimp and potatoes, and that was a nice turn of affair. But the winner was a different chef. It was a blue crab and corn bisque that was served up, and I have to say, while the golden ticket competition was close, the bisque blew them away on the People's Choice side. And that was a different chef, also from Pirates. So Pirates Bar and Grill had and the good thing about it was a blind judging, so they didn't get home turf favoritism for their People's Choice. And in fact, I talked to the chef, and he said, "Yeah, I was talking to people afterwards, and they were guessing what dish I turned in, and none of them guessed the blue crab because it's not on their menu, on their normal menu down at Pirates." But it was good. We also upgraded our judging a little bit, and I don't mean with Mike Bailey.
Well, I brought balance. I got asked late in the game from a new chef that lives on the island. Not a new chef, but a new chef to me, new contact. And he logistically couldn't work out to get a team scheduled, so I invited him to judge, and it's Chef Chris Musgrove. And Christopher had just been on the Food Network and all this kind of stuff. So he's got a house that lives down on Dauphin Island. And this was his first World Food Championship. We did a little primer before he got in there. And I think he really – and Mike, I know you had a chance to talk to – Yeah, we talked a good bit. He told – he was on MasterChef. And he was talking about he couldn't go into a whole lot, but everything – up till his last show, on his last appearance on there, he could talk about, and it was just, I asked him, how he got started doing it. He was just a self-taught chef, and
I've heard of those.
I know a few, but he was a fun guy to hang out with, and all the judges were cool to hang out with. They were really, I enjoyed every one of them.
It was a good mix of judges. So I always try and get some old farts like Mike in there that had done before, and then with a sprinkling of new folks as well. So it was a good mix of folks, and the event itself was just a huge success. Of course, the town of Dauphin Island is always supporting us with stuff.
Oh yeah,
we got support from Chip Brown, Representative Chip Brown, and then also Chris Blankenship with the Alabama Conservation Department. Mm-hmm. So we had some good sponsors behind us, and just big crowd in there. The street folks had a great time playing. And so it was a nice party, a full house, and just a great event.